Christmas comes but once a year, and on Christmas everybody cooks. And the first thing one thinks of is a turkey. Now this year we're going to show you a different take on the turkey. Now one of the first things we do is to brine that turkey. We pour 2 liters of water into a pot, we bring it to the boil. We add 1 cup of coarse salt to that water, 1 cup of brown sugar, and then we adding all the lovely spices, cloves, black peppercorns, and a spice that not all of you may know, star anise, and 1 stick of cinnamon, you can break it up a bit, and a couple of bay leaves. And we also need to add fresh ginger. We need about a 5-6 centimeter piece. Just cut the ginger, no need to peel it. I love the taste of ginger. Gives such a wonderful clean flavor to this bird. So the ginger goes in. What I really perceive to be the cherry on the cake is some oranges. Now we've cut 2 oranges into quarters, and we just squeeze each quarter a little. And here we've got some lovely fresh thyme. Come sweetheart, you must go in. Just look at the colors, it's absolutely beautiful. Now we bring this to the boil. We've bought a medium-sized turkey, and this turkey came without giblets and without the liver. The turkey is perfectly clean, and into about a 9-liter plastic container or a bucket or whatever you have that is more or less going to be the right size. We pour 2 liters, 2 kilos of ice. So once the water has boiled, we pour that over the ice. Now here we've got water that is perfectly cold. Then you can put the frozen turkey, obviously without its wrapping, into this brine bath, and then you can leave it for much longer. Say leave it for about 12 hours. And then the turkey comes out, by which time the flavor of all these spices and the salt and the sugar has penetrated into the turkey. You can see this has now been soaking for 12 hours, breast down. Now we just put it down on some kitchen paper. No need to rinse it if you dry it. I personally hate these funny little wing tips sticking up like that. Let's just cut them off. Cut there into the joint. You cut through the joint. Come, sweetheart. These we can put in with our roasting pan, but we need to give some flavor inside this bird. So what we're going to do is take 2 smallish oranges, cut them in half, just bruise the skin a bit, put some orange in, and then some thyme. Now once we've got the oranges and the herbs inside, then we just need to tie the drumsticks up. Now I have honestly found the easiest way to do this is to take the first one and to knot it tightly. Then you put the second one and you cross the legs like that, and then tie the legs together. Now you don't want these wings flapping like that because they're going to get overcooked very quickly. So what you do is you keep them tight to the body, and you take a nice sharp kebab stick, you put it through, and then you aim to go under the breastbone. And just to make sure we keep a nice neat shape, you take another stick, you go through the top of the thigh. Now we've got a lovely neat shaped turkey. Now we need to season this a little bit, but not too much. It's more for flavor than anything else. Now we also need a platform to sit that turkey on, and chopped onion is the perfect medium here. We've also got some of the brine, these lovely oranges that we had in the brine. So just pick it up, position it so it's nice and level and not tilting to either side, and then don't be shy. Use plenty of oil. Now what we need to do is we need a very hot oven just to spark the browning of the skin for 20 minutes, and then we're going to cover it and add the rest of the ingredients. Here we are. This is now after 20 minutes in a hot spot that she's got a slight tan. Now we want to make sure that the breast is very well oiled. So just give it a bit more oil. We need some liquid to steam the bird while it is roasting. So here we have 1 packet of the liquid chicken stock, which we squeeze into 2 cups of water. Add it to the pan. Then we need 1 cup of white wine. Now we need to cover that bird, and the best thing to cover it with is greaseproof paper. Just cut a nice long piece that will comfortably cover it, and Janet's going to put that paper under the tap to wet it thoroughly. But now you need to take out extra insurance that this paper is not going to stick to the bird. So the best way to do that is to make sure that the paper is well oiled. Now we're going to lift this blanket up, now the oiled side down on the bird. And now it's quite important that you tuck everything in. Here's our turkey ready. Now we're going to do the final glazing and make the gravy. Oh, Janet, won't you just put the... So we transfer the turkey to another dish. Then we're going to strain the gravy, and we get rid of all the bits and pieces because all the flavor will be left behind now. Now the gravy, strained gravy, goes back in the pan. The turkey needs to be glossed a little bit, so this is why we use some of this lovely fruity marinade. Now this just goes back in the oven to brown a little bit while we make the gravy. The reason, apart from gluttony, why I tasted the gravy is if you find the gravy is still a little weak, then at this stage you just reduce it down, boil it a little bit more. Now we need to thicken that gravy ever so slightly, so we'll need about 1.5 tablespoons, I think, for that amount. Don't go over the top. I find people are always writing in to say, how do I make gravy? Well, this is how simple it is. Then of course the gravy can just be poured into the gravy boat and served in style with the turkey. There we are. Merry Christmas.